Today I'm going to talk to you about loosening up your fingers in order to have better finger flexibility and to have better vibrato. One of the exercises that my teacher Paul Rowland taught me was this. I have called it sneaky snake. I don't know if he had a name for it, but here's how it goes. I'm using a first finger to loosen up the joints in my finger, and I'm going to bow this rhythmic pattern. That was first finger. I'm just sliding along the string. I'm not letting up on the pressure at all. I'm just keeping the finger down solid. I'll do the same exercise with my second finger. Notice that I'm taking my first finger off now. And then third finger. And you might try fourth finger, however, I have a different exercise that I like to do better with fourth finger that I'll show you in another video. So that is the sneaky snake sliding finger pattern going up and back just by about a half step. If you're not hitting the exact pitch, it doesn't matter so much. It's more about loosening up the joints in your fingers. Now, besides going up, we also want to be able to go back. So I'm going to use the same pattern of rhythms and go up and back like this. First finger. Second finger. Etc. So you could do that also with third finger. So that is helping the finger flexibility. Here's another exercise that you can do. I'm going to put my violin down now. This one I learned from Brian Lewis, the very famous American violinist, who was teaching a class one time, and he said, take your fingers, left hand, whichever finger you want to work on for loosening the joints, and usually the first finger is the least flexible of all of the fingers, at least that's the case with my hand. Put your first finger nail into your thumb, just a little bit back from the end of your thumb, like this. And then take your other hand and just move that outer joint. That's the joint that tends to be the most important for vibrato. And also, it is the least flexible of the joints in your finger. So, what he did was he had his class begin moving the joint about this speed, just wiggling it back and forth. Don't take it and try to move it very, very aggressively because you don't want to hurt your finger, but just let it go boing, 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 boing. And while they were doing this action, he told a story. So you could make up a story if you'd like while you're doing this, but only about a 1-minute story would be about the right amount of time. What you also might do is, if you want to have a conversation with somebody for about a minute, say, hey, come here, I want to talk to you about something. And when your conversation is over, then that's long enough. Or if you're just sitting and doing nothing really, or watching television or something like that, just really not having to think very hard about what you're doing, then you can do this action too. What's really interesting is after you do about a minute of this moving, your vibrato will sound much better. I'll see how my first finger vibrato sounds now. I think my finger is more flexible. I can feel that it's moving a little bit better than it was before when I was just getting started on these videos. I hope you've enjoyed this little exercise for finger flexibility and helping to make your vibrato better and your fingers more flexible.